Again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard, and we are suffering precarious circumstances. The sky is blue-black over there. I saw weather on the forecast. I have this container and this 10 by 20 inch canvas, and I want to create a vertical seascape, and I think the only way for me to do that is to go ahead and allow myself to use my shovels. And I didn't shake all my paint. And I want a little tiny sunset sky up at the top. And I'm going to be a little bit obnoxious about the colors I put in there. Let's see if I can find some paler pink. Some other purple. There's my paler pink. It's not very pale. Looks like I kind of must have either used it up or... There's one. I got a lot of pinks. That's not paler either. Let's put some white in there. I think that might work out really well. I've got some neon, but that's not really the deal. So if I put this, I'm going to move those back a little bit. And if I put this sky color across, I think I want to put it onto some white. Was that pearl? It doesn't really matter. I'm in a hurry. I'm going to spread the sky area ever so lightly. Hopefully you can see that. With a small coat of Anita's white metallic, which I don't think makes any difference. As long as I can use it quick, it'll still help me smooth paint. I'm going to stick a skewer in this, because I can, the name of my book on the Amazon link. And I'm going to let that shovel drain right down and use my Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatulas. And I think I might even be tempted to throw some more paint in there. So long as I've got something to start with, I'm okay. I'm going to throw, maybe I'm not. I was going to say I'm going to throw that in the bucket, but why waste the paint? I'm going to wipe it off and look for my permanent studio rag, which is very missing in action right now. There it is. Cool. Still wet from last night. That's how much rain we've been getting. And I am going to take a far too long edge catcher and start out by just letting that run over the top and seeing how much more paint I think I need. And I think I need all kinds of paint. So all kinds of paint is what I'm going to use. Not only that, I think there's some orange called for here. Down by the horizon line, and up there, and over there. And maybe some more white. Yeah, I should have put a lot more paint in that shovel. But I want to pour just one area at a time right now. I want to go back the wrong way, over the right way, maybe up at the top again, down again, over again. Yeah, cool patterns. I might lose some of those in a minute. Let it all pull back. Throw it over again. Rock the edge so it covers the edge. Use my spatula on my edge catcher to take all that paint right off of it. So I waste pretty much none, or very close to none. Put my edge catcher away, or some other things away. I'm going to have to turn that upside down for me. Hey, it's right side up for you. That's cool. So let's put the mass of paint over in the center again. Not lose any of it. Let it go back up into the sky. The top of the canvas, because if I get that paint pooled up at the top, then I can rock it. The edge catcher. Like so. Rock, rock, rock. Let it all go back down again, which is cool because we get neat stripes, and I like them. I have plenty of paint on my edge catcher, and instead of doing anything else, I'm just going to sort of shuffle it back over there. I'm going to take all that paint right off my edge catcher. Whoa. Okay, well, I guess we're going to have some pink reflections in my ocean. Because I dribbled. And look for that little bit of spot up there that's naked canvas, and cover it. Now, I hate wasting paint, but it used to be I covered my edge catchers with them, and now I'm not doing that, so why don't don't ask me why. I just want it off of there right now. I'm going to try and set up the surface of this sky area for myself right now so that it's less likely to flow when I tip the rest of the painting. And I'm really tempted just to add colors right to the canvas, and I think that's what's going to happen. Whoa, I saw that. That was huge. Goodbye, huge thing. Where did they even come from? They're just the congealed paint. So however I start this, it won't look anything like that because agitated paint creates cells, etc. By agitating, I mean flowing the paint, or what other colors do I want in there? It occurs to me I have some new mica created with pouring medium. Where's my little spoon? Ah, there's my little spoon. That is the same as the gold. I'm thinking about putting a rock or a shoreline in this afterwards. I'm going to leave that over there. I'll tell you what, this stuff hardens on anything you leave it on, so clean it off your hands rapido. Do I want anything else in there? I'm looking. Not seeing anything that's that different. Is that different? That's ancient. That's kind of cool though. Hey, I've got another bottle. I need bottles right now. I got to mix up some paint for Arteza. That's going in the bucket. I'll fix that in a minute. I've got this much lighter green, and that's going to work. So I think I'm going to go all the way down there with an edge catcher handy. Do I want any green in there? I got enough green in there. So let's grab another edge catcher. This one, I don't know what this one came from. It's really flimsy, but I don't think it matters. So let's just pool all our paint at the bottom, and that way I can see anything that might happen to want to be a problem also. I see some floaty things in there. So that's working so far. My theory is still intact, that I can get away with that. Let's see if I can flow some paint right down and over here. Usually I would go back and forth a few times. And whoop, I'm going to lose some paint. Okay, where's my edge catcher? Here it comes. I don't want to lose that sky paint, so I'm just going to use my edge catcher to shove some of the paint on there. And I can always spatula again, which I might do right now. Use the, I didn't really dump as much sky color as I thought I was going to. Gonna have to decide what goes up there at that horizon. I think a solid color, maybe? Or some white. I did want to continue to dump this over. I think I could just probably try out my basting brush. Because that's going to look a lot like water, and it might even pop cells. And if I drag enough paint with me, it'll start to drip over the side. I kind of lose some of my nicer patterns in there. Not sure if I love that or not. I don't hate it though. Ah, the rain has come. I'm going to use the paint on my basting brush. Just tap, tap, tap against the edge, and it's enough to cover it when I move my finger into position. Just run it right down the edge. You can find these on the Amazon link below, show more. You can find them all kinds of places actually. Probably somebody told me recently at the dollar store. So I'm just going to keep dragging that right across because I can. I forgot about my rocks. I still want some rocks. But so far I'm low on time today, so I'm going to facilitate and try to move that back someplace you guys can sort of see it. I don't know if I need anything off my edge catcher. I am going to clean my basting brush and dry it off right quick. It's always better to come back and find your tools without paint on them. I think I want some white. Oh, that's white pearl. Okay, never mind. I was going to say some white, but I got what I got. Right at the horizon line. And I will be happy to schmutz that up with whatever paint winds up in the spatula, on the surface of the spatula. Use your words, Priscilla. I'm tempted to go ahead and see what happens if I dip a few things. I think I want a sun in there. And I think I'm just going to give myself a dot and see how that feels. Grab a skewer. Yeah, you heard that. That was my chopstick. I like that color. I'm thinking a little more of it wouldn't hurt my feelings at all. I'm really tempted to let all that run down a little bit because it looks heavy. And I don't think it's going to hurt anything below it. Yeah, it's all coming down. Which means that I need a clean-ish, everything's going everywhere. That one, I'm not used to that large item right there, so I'm going to stick my skewer in, pull it right down, stick it in again, drag it right up. I'm going to take the paint colors that I see on the skewer, wipe it off, stick it in again, wipe it off so I don't make brown. I'm going to go back and forth a few times. Keep wiping my skewer off so I don't, and I'm going to keep stealing paint too. Oh no, don't do that. I almost dripped someplace I wasn't sure I wanted it. My temptation is to take another clean skewer. Skewer, that's a basting brush. Yes, I know. I get my words all mixed up sometimes. It's really hot out here today. I want a thinner one with fewer tines. I'm going to lay that right in there and hope paint will heal. You really want, there I go. I've got an edge catcher with some sky color left on it, and I want to use it to randomize what I've got there. There, I think that's probably good enough. I say that, and then you know I can't stop myself. Yes, I'm going to fix it. I don't need that schmutzy spot right there. I need little tiny baby spatulas if I'm going to do smaller stuff. I think a clean skewer will probably work if I can make one clean. I'm so covered with paint on my clothes from using my clothes as paint rags. Oh cool, that looks like a cloud. I'm happy with that. Just throw that skewer in ever so gently. You got to stop and look and see what you've done, because there might be some anomalous, like I had a flying saucer in my sky yesterday. So keep an eye out for UFOs. And you can always use a straw or something to blow. I like pink clouds. I'm going to stick a couple on the horizon and thin out my paint a little bit. Just run the residual of that, what's on that skewer, right over the edge. Call it good. You know, I really could call it good. I wanted some rocks in here. When I tipped my painting down, I got some really neat patterns in the water, which are okay with me. I want some more right up there. Did I set my timer? I did. I've got 1 minute left. Okay, well, I actually have 2 minutes left. I'm going to run my fingers across the bottom and under the edges to remove any excess drips. I'm going to look for anything that looks kind of out of place. Tap it into place. Turn that around so you guys can see it. See that little piece of canvas, and stick my finger in it until it disappears. And that one too. And steal some paint right over there by the sun. And torch. I might put some rocks in here. I said that a bunch of times and I still haven't done it. Maybe it's okay just like it is, you know? I want that paint to go in that spot. That's going in the bucket. Maybe that'll keep me from... Don't leave your gas on. Okay. I still think I might want some rocks. Well, if I do some rocks, I will come back if I run out of time. In the meantime, we torch to release the bubbles in the paint. We torch to hopefully enhance some of the cell potential and encourage cells, because the pouring mediums seem to help the paint stay separate from each other to a degree, and heating it sort of makes them have a catalytic reaction with each other. I don't want to go overboard on that. I do want you guys to be able to see that. I do also want all of this paint to go somewhere right now. I guess I used a little more paint than I needed, but I didn't know that until I did it. And now I need to look at this right side up. So I'm going to put it sideways. You guys are going to wonder how I'm going to turn your head sideways. Alright, I'll tell you what. I'm going to come back for part 2 and mix up some rocks and put them in and hope I don't ruin anything. And this is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard, expecting a storm any minute, and telling you that if you would give me a thumbs up, I would so appreciate that while I touch up my edges. And I'm just going to put that back where I think you can see it and check and see if you can see it at all. Because that would be a good thing. Now you can see the whole thing. Wow, that's really out there. Let's move it that way. All right, hopefully you saw some of that, or more than I was worried about. I love you guys. There's over 71,000 of you. Check out my Pinterest and Instagram under the video, under the description, under Show More. You can find the Amazon link with all kinds of cool stuff there also, as well as over 700 videos on a playlist. And I am quickly making a playlist of videos by the hundreds, so hopefully that will be of assistance to a few people. And I'm just going to keep playing in my water, which is what I like to do anyway. Alright. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for the great comments. Thank you for the contributions that have kept me painting all this time. And if you want to make another one, or you want to make your first one, you'll be entered in a monthly contest where the drawing will be, this month it will be July 28th. But it'll be announced on the end screens, the last 20 seconds, where you can find a whole bunch of other stuff, including my website, where you can communicate with me and see lots of other work that I've done, and be linked to the availability of shopping on Pixels.com and Fine Art America. And you will also find, on my Facebook pages, you will find 2 groups. One is Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Fans and Collectors, for fans and collectors, and the other one is Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation Group for students. And we get more all the time, and we're having a really good time with Paint Adventures there, so please join us, and I will see you anon in the next video. Bye for now. Priscilla out.